Hello, hope you are well. Thank you for tuning in. Today, I'd like to share with you excerpt from my book, Autism Laid Bare. I've written this book, Autism Laid Bare, as a practical guide for professionals, carers, and parents. Autism Laid Bare is also available in digital form. And I strongly believe that my book, Autism Laid Bare, is a must-read for everyone whose lives are impacted by autism. I've dedicated my book, Autism Laid Bare, to individuals with autism who have taught me everything that I know about autism. The book is also dedicated to my friends and family for their unflinching support. I'd like to share with you excerpt from the book, and I'll be reading from pages 1 to 3. Forward. To start with, I would like to state that I truly and honestly believe that individuals with autistic spectrum condition, ASC, and their families are the experts on the condition. This book is written in appreciation of the patience, courage, constant love and care that the carers and parents of individuals with ASC shower on them and ensure stability for other members of their families. It's also about how school practitioners educate, support, and manage challenging behaviors that can arise due to the condition by constantly seeking to minimize the confusion in the world of individuals with autism. The main aim is to highlight for the existing, new parents, carers, and professionals the support strategies and a network of services that are readily available to this special group of people, which, when tapped, can improve their quality of care, independence, and education for life. I am aware that many books have been written by academics, practitioners, and specialists in ASC for families as well as professionals like myself. However, I strongly believe that my book, Autism Laid Bare, is different. It's unique in that it offers readers real-life experiences of my time working with pupils with ASC over a period of 18 years. It's written in an accessible way and bears in mind parents, carers, and professionals alike. Essentially, my book, Autism Laid Bare, provides practical examples of tried and tested strategies for anyone who is interested in setting up provision in order to meet the educational and our everyday needs of children and young adults with ASC. I have to warn you at this stage that if you are looking for an academic book, my book is not for you. My book, Autism Laid Bare, is not intended to dwell too much on explaining what autism is, but to offer practical help to people tasked with living with individuals who display behaviors associated with ASC and those that already have the diagnosis. I have taken care to write this book in a light-hearted way to share my experience by anticipating and answering a range of questions that school practitioners, parents, and carers have inquired about and that they may wish to pose. I've also included practical suggestions for helping children and young people with ASC. Whilst I lay no claim to being an expert on autism, this book is based on my experience as a class teacher and largely as deputy head teacher for nearly 20 years in an all-age autism specialist school and college for children with autism in the United Kingdom. I have taught a variety of subjects to primary children and science and mathematics to secondary and sixth form students. I've also chaired annual review meetings and worked with numerous agencies, including social workers, psychiatrists, advocates, speech and language therapists, to mention a few. I've included in this book the experience gained from my contact with parents of pupils in mainstream schools, where I've provided consultation for professionals working with targeted pupils with Asperger's syndrome. In addition, I have come into contact with a number of parents within the community who asked for advice, which was freely given. As a member of my school's leadership team, I've had responsibility for the induction of staff new to working with pupils with ASC, in addition to providing advice on behavior support management to colleagues. I'm passionate about my involvement with individuals with ASC, and I've picked up a few tricks from working with this unique group of people, their parents and carers, that I've shared in my book. I've also included in this book the experience gained from visiting a number of other schools catering for pupils with autism. I've delivered autism awareness training to social workers, childminders, day nursery, trainee teachers, university students on early childhood and learning disability nursing courses, college lecturers, as well as provided autism outreach consultation to mainstream schools and academies. Interacting with individuals with ASC has enabled me to have a glimpse into their world and how the condition affects their families, positively or otherwise. My involvement was as a professional, observing, assessing, and working with pupils whilst helping to educate and develop their independent skills for life. I'll be using the term autism in this book to include all autism spectrum conditions, including Asperger's syndrome. I prefer to use the term autistic spectrum condition, ASC, instead of autistic spectrum disorder, ASD, as is now the case in most modern literature. It's useful to note that pupils with ASC have special educational needs, SEN, arising from their condition. All pictures and illustrations used in this book are intended to provide a glimpse into the world of individuals with ASC and how areas within an autism specialist provision can be adapted for the pupils. The examples given in Autism Laid Bare are real and therefore unique. Whilst many of the stories and situations may be familiar to parents, carers, and professionals working with individuals with ASC, they have been distorted for confidentiality. The names used in this book are fictional. I sincerely hope that you will learn something different or something new from this book, and as a result, become even more appreciative of the challenges faced by people with ASC. Families and professionals reading this book would hopefully become even more aware of alternative strategies and or give themselves a pat on the back for doing the right thing to minimize the challenges presented by ASC for their children and all clients. I am tempted to think that, just like me, when you become involved in the lives of individuals with ASC, by default or by chance, you never let go of the attraction. The continued learning and the passion is always there, even when you think you don't work with them anymore. When autism finds you, you can't escape. I also hope that as a result of continued awareness of the condition, society at large will enable opportunities for these unique people in the world of work that they are qualified for, that is geared to their needs, and that they are able to do. I'll encourage you to read my book, Autism Laid Bare, and to want to find out even more about autism. Thank you for viewing my video. I hope that I've inspired you to want to find out more about autism, and also to want to do your very best to help minimize the challenges being faced by individuals with autism. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Do come back and view my other videos. Have a good day. Goodbye.